yeah, I got a X-Men Cyclops action figure.
Slay. Dude.
It's really cool.
I got like the collected like comics of the first Ninja Turtles.
Oh, what? Of like the original?
Not like original printing, but like I went comic book shopping yesterday. I did get the first printing of Impulse becoming Kid Flash.
Ooh, wait, that's really sick. So I imagine you got a bunch of shit during a free comic book day then.
I worked during then.
Oh, fuck. You didn't have like an errand boy go out and like get that shit?
Nah, we were understaffed.
Oh, okay, I got you. Holy shit. Anyways, guys, welcome to the Nostalgia Bay podcast. My name is Kara Presents.
And I'm Julian.
And we're back, finally reunited. Reunited, and it feels so good. Anyways, is that good?
It's always good.
Sick. We're back, and Eduardo was there last week, and we're here finally. How have you been, Julian?
I've been well, just hanging out. What about you?
That's good. That's good. I've been okay. Yeah, just settling in and all that stuff. I finally finished my room, which was nice.
Your room tour?
I'm not doing a room tour. It's not big enough for it, so I don't even know what I would be able to show. But I do have a bunch of my Funko Dorbs up and a bunch of art that I collected. So
nice.
It's pretty sick. It's pretty sick. But today we'll talk about a few things. Did you watch the recent X-Men 97?
I have gotten 5 minutes into the first episode.
Oh. All right. All I can tell you is keep on going. So you've seen the beginning. You've seen the whole Cyclops shit.
The last thing I remember watching is Jubilee dancing, and that's peak.
Hey, that's peak. All right, that's what it is. I didn't even know that. And Jubilee is like one of my favorite X-Men. I feel like I say that about all X-Men, but I didn't realize like her powers, like the whole thing with fireworks, is that she can like fuck shit up at it like in a atomic level, which I didn't know about the character. I was like, holy shit. There's not many comic book characters who can go that deep. So,
yes.
Yeah, but I will tell you, keep watching the show because it's incredible.
Will do.
But anyways, there's a few things that came out that we can talk about. Is there anything you want to start with, Julian?
Tom King is writing, looks like a miniseries of Jenny Sparks from The Authority.
Okay, so they're coming out with another one, I'm guessing, to promote the show.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I don't know.
They're coming up with like, I guess, a miniseries of that character before in preparation for the movie, I guess.
I mean, you know more about The Authority than I do. What is it like comparable to, I guess?
Well, obviously Justice League. It was, I think, an imprint before it became owned by DC.
Mm-hmm.
And Jenny Sparks was the spirit of the 20th century. And she died during the 21st century.
Wow,
so I'm assuming it takes place during the 20th century.
Yeah, otherwise that kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah, and then we have a new spirit of the 21st century. I don't know. It's weird. I'm really interested to see where DC goes with not only the comic but with the movie.
Yeah, because I mean I don't even know what plot it would do.
They have lots of ones.
I mean I don't know it well enough to know what they could do. So
there was one where they went to, I guess, aliens. Not really aliens, but another planet was invading them from the multiverse. So they just went to the original planet just to destroy it and then leave.
Oh my god. That sounds like Ender's Game.
Just to save their Earth. Yeah.
Holy shit. That's insane.
That's one of them. I'm trying to think of other ones. It's been a hot minute since I've read it.
It's like that's like a Dark Apocalypse when they just go, they're just like, hey, we're gonna slay Apocalypse, all right? And then they go there, and then Darkseid and everyone just whoops their ass.
Yes. There's another one. I already forgot. My bad.
Oh, it's fine. I actually have one right here. So we actually got a reveal for Superman, and
oh, we did.
Yeah. with the suit and everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Of course, it's Superman.
Of course. Who would forget such a person?
I mean, I think a lot of people, but regardless, what do you think of the suit?
Too many lines. It's very New 52.
Yeah.
And I'm not the biggest fan of that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big cloth superhero kind of person.
Me too. Bring out the cloth. Bring out the underoos.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it looks like he's got the underoos here, so that's cool. I just wish there was maybe a better, view of the suit.
I just wish the picture was just not dark and also no battle damage. Yeah, I just want to see the suit at its normal.
Yeah, I'm there too. Also, like, what the fuck is going on in the background? Like, what?
Dude's taking his time to save Earth.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, why? There's something that's not matching up with like the foreground and the background, I don't know if it was, they planned on putting it there or if it's something they added later or something.
I think they added later. I feel like if they knew or they planned it out, that would be different.
I mean, are they using the volume?
James Gunn doesn't like the volume.
Oh, he doesn't? Oh, shit.
Nah, he says that he likes to move his camera a lot. The volume's really good for stationary camera shots, but with how fast he moves it, it doesn't keep up. Which is what I think David Sandberg, is that his name? Pony Smasher, the director of Shazam.
Yeah. David
he
Sandberg,
ran into the same issue on set of Fury of the Gods because they used a volume, but then his camera was a bit too fast. His camera movement. Yeah. So in the end, they still had to replace the background.
Oh my god. Oh, that must have been so fun. Holy shit. Yeah. Just no blue screen whatsoever. I guess the benefit though is, at least you can roto out with accurate lighting.
Yeah, I think the biggest benefit of that was they got accurate lighting, so they really just had to change it. And they already had the scene set up.
I mean, that's good. I actually liked Fury of the Gods. I don't know. I think people didn't like it. Do people like it? I actually don't know.
Most people don't like it. I liked a lot of aspects. I like that it still felt like the director had a vision.
Yeah.
I like Asher Angel, who was into that playing Nightwing, or showing interest. I see him more as Jason Todd. I
see more as Tim Drake.
That's real.
So, yeah.
Regardless, we don't see him as Nightwing. No offense, Asher Angel.
No. Well, it's fun to do that. I don't know. Maybe he gets built up in the next, I don't know, whatever years. He's only 20 or something, or 19?
Probably somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Zachary Levi somehow ends up being the worst part of the movie, which I don't know how that's possible. But anyways.
That's insane.
Yeah. But yeah, regardless, the volume stuff is, I'm kind of against it too at this point. I feel like Dune was a pretty good, showcase of why normal photography just works way better. But I'm very mixed on the Superman costume, I'll be honest.
Yeah,
or maybe it's the picture. I don't know.
Take off those new 52 lines. I think it'd be great.
Are you talking about the fabric, or are you talking about the on his boots, right? Like his boots are outlined. Are you talking about taking that out, kind of?
Yeah, just a lot more clean and simple.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of detail there, but if they just minimized the detail and just kept solid colors, it would look a lot better in my opinion.
The thing that messes me up is that it's dark, so it's not like I can tell what it looks like, in sunlight or natural light, because it might look completely fine,
Yeah, no, lighten up the actual suit itself.
Yeah,
it'd be perfect, and take away the battle damage too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, David looks good. So
he really does. That's really all that matters, to be honest.
I don't think anybody thought he wouldn't look good though. So, but I do have this clip, or this quote from Grant Morrison. I went a couple weeks not really liking the picture at all, and then kind of easing into it because of what he said. More thinking of it from his perspective. But yeah, he said he was perched up with one knee drawn up, chin resting on his arms. He looked totally relaxed. And suddenly I realized this was how Superman would sit. He wouldn't puff out his chest or posture heroically. He would be totally chilled. If nothing can hurt you, you can afford to be cool. A man like Superman would never have to tense against the... Oh my God, I can't read. Jesus Christ. A man like Superman would never have to tense against the cold, never have to flinch in the face of a blow. He would be completely laid back, untense. With this image of Superman relaxing on a cloud, looking out for us all in my head, I rushed back to my hotel room and filled a dozen pages of my notebook with notes and drawings. But I did think about that. I was like, yeah, I guess Superman would just chill the fuck out, you know? Because he's invincible. And I guess I never thought of it that way because you always see him in the, you know, superhero pose.
Exactly, yeah. No, that's a good quote.
You know, I mean, and also it's Grant Morrison. Grant Morrison is the guy to talk about when it comes to this.
It's very much in line with the Suicide Squad suits in Guardians of the Galaxy. I kind of wish we got more variety on how they look. That's kind of what I love about like the CW like Arrowverse, because like all suits, yeah, they kind of have the same elements, but they were also like so unique, especially once LJ Super Suits got involved.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You say LJ Super Suits?
Is that what they're called?
What are LJ Super Suits? I actually don't know.
The company that makes the suits for Stargirl, Black Lightning.
Oh, I mean,
Superman,
I'm not gonna correct you. I have no idea.
And the Boys.
Oh yeah, okay. The Boys suits are great.
And Titans, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, the Titan suits. It's kind of crazy though, because a lot of these things, it's like you can say whatever about them, but like the costumes are on point. You know,
costumes are really on point. Everything except the writing is on point, to be honest.
No, I mean that's what we say about everything. So that's facts. Speaking of suits that are awesome, Spider-Man came out in theaters again, and I imagine it's because they're trying to recover from Madam Web. I think. Did they say why? I actually don't know.
They did not say why. I think it was an anniversary, right?
Do they? From what though? The second one? It's not really an anniversary. I mean, the first one came out in 2002. So, the fuck? What does that mean?
I'm not too sure which, but I'm almost positive it was an anniversary.
Did you watch any of the re-releases of the Spider-Man in theaters?
No.
No?
Nah. I haven't been to a theater since Godzilla -1, I think that was the last one. I just haven't had time.
That was the last time?
Okay.
God. Did you have a child or something? What the fuck?
So what if I did?
I guess it wouldn't be any of my business, right? I'll tell you right now, man. I watched Spider-Man 2 in theaters and it was awesome.
Nice.
Like the experience, you know, because, you know, I'm in New York. So it's like, I felt like, you know, the context of watching all that shit was different. But yeah, and like, you know, a couple of friends of mine, like we went and yeah, with the crowd and stuff, like it's so interesting what hits and what doesn't. The one that everyone laughed at was when Toby was walking into that alley and those two dudes were beating the shit out of the dude with the backpack.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then he turns around. Everyone was cracking the fuck up. But everything else, yeah, I was like, I mean, obviously, I've watched the movie to death, but watching it in the theater was incredible.
Yeah. Nah,
I
feel like it with a theater experience would definitely be amazing.
I mean, it was incredible. And it just reminded me though that like I miss when, I mean, people have talked to death about this, that, you know, Spider-Man movies are kind of like operatic, like up until the MCU, like the way it is. And I'm not saying that like you have to do that, but I feel like there's a good balance of having that kind of like, you know, like visceral energy to it while also doing like the high school, like, you know, playfulness that Spider-Man has. But I have a question, Julian. Of the Spider-Man 2s that have come out, which one is the best? Is it Spider-Man 2? Is it The Amazing Spider-Man 2? Or is it Far From Home?
I think there's only one clear answer.
I mean, I don't know. What's yours?
Spider-Man 2 with Doc Ock.
Spider-Man. Yeah, exactly. That is the best. All right.
It's the best. I do think there's a lot of good elements in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, but it was just weighed down with the whole Sinister Six plot.
Yeah. All right. Now is this another question? Which one's the worst?
I'll say Far From Home.
Far From Home?
Or No Way Home, whichever, the MCU one.
No Way Home is the one with all three of them.
Yeah, then Far From Home.
Far From Home. Oh my God, we're in agreement. This is crazy.
I think the only good thing from Far From Home was the Mysterio fight.
No, I'll tell you right now, the only good thing from Far From Home was the fucking J.K. Simmons cameo, all right? That was the best part of it. Me and my friend, we watched this shit in theaters. I didn't move like the whole time. And then I was like, what the fuck, when I saw J.K. Simmons. And it wasn't nostalgia. I just watched it and I was like, bro, that's J. Jonah Jameson. Are you fucking kidding me?
Bro, that's him. He's him.
That's him. Yeah, he's him. You know? Yeah, it's just, I don't know why. Like, I hate giving the MCU Spider-Man so much flack, but it is funny comparing it to the other ones and just knowing how much better the other ones are. But anyways, I wanted to make a list. Here's the thing. You know me, Julian. I'm always here to throw smoke. You know what I mean? Because I love controversy. So I'm back again, and I made a shorter list of the similarities between all the Spider-Man 2s. All right. So one of them is love interest is taken by another dude, and this is what I'm saying. All right. In Spider-Man 2, it was John Jameson. Second one, it's that random person who offered her the Oxford trip. That's the second one. All right. The third one, all right, it's the motherfucking Brad. All right, in the third one. All right, in No Way Home or Far From Home. Okay. So I'm saying there's always someone who's trying to take Spider-Man's bitch. All right, and then the the second one. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Andy. All right, you want to hear this? All right.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
The other one is Spider-Man doubts his ability because of family issues. All right. One is because, look, you know, Spider-Man 2, it's either MJ or it's, you know, he's like, you know, trying to say fuck you to Uncle Ben, kind of, and like the whole guilt with Aunt May, right? That's the Spider-Man 2. The second one, right? My boy has daddy issues. And the Far From Home is my guy worried about Tony Stark and carrying his legacy, which he does for all three movies, but it's okay. The third one is a villain with green smoke shows up, and this is what I mean. All right, we've got a Willem Dafoe, a wild Willem Dafoe in the mirror in Spider-Man 2. We've got Amazing Spider-Man 2. We've got fucking Goblin, and then the third one is fucking Mysterio. Anyways, that's my short list. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk.
I love this. You gotta do more lists.
I have to do more lists. I realize that's something I have to do.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we should get Andy's take on this. Andy.
Oh no.
What's your favorite Spider-Man movie? Or no, sorry. What's your favorite Spider-Man 2
movie?
Oh. Definitely not. Well, it's definitely not Amazing Spider-Man 2. I mean, listen, here's the thing. Andrew Garfield he's my Spider-Man. Ow. But that sequel did him no favors. So okay. We're not going there. Seriously, I don't get the hatred for Far From Home. I was talking to someone the other day and he was telling me that apparently there's been like this like massive, you know, rage towards Far From Home for all these years. I'm like, what's wrong with it? So, but honestly, like, you know, like at the end of the day, if you put a bullet to my head and I had to choose, it's obviously the OG Spider-Man 2. Like, you know, I was there. I grew up with those movies. And I went to the theater when that happened. The movie came out. The creator of Smallville made that movie. So I'm like, listen, it's the best of both worlds, and you know, you can't go wrong with it. I think it's still to this day it holds up so well.
It does. It's incredible. I saw it in the theaters when they re-released it. It was awesome. So your favorite is Spider-Man 2. Okay, what if a bullet wasn't to your head? What if What if you had a normal conversation like this one? Would you still say Spider-Man 2?
I probably would, because like I mean
Okay.
I really enjoy Far From Home, but there's just something very special with that first Spider-Man 2 where we really have these big stakes and we really go through with Peter's inner struggle, and I felt we're also seeing these characters, again, like they're mature and they're growing up, because they these motherfuckers graduated high school really quickly, so
Yeah.
I would say it will always be Spider-Man 2, and then if I had to take, if I had to rank the other two, it would be Far From Home, and then the. Well, wait a minute, hold on, because we have Across from the Spider-Verse.
I'm not counting that because that's obviously the best Spider-Man movie. So
Obviously.
Okay. I mean, it is phenomenal, but I'm like, okay, so you're leaving animation.
no, it's the best Spider-Man movie. Anyways, what's your worst?
my worst what?
Your worst Spider-Man 2.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2, obviously. It's that movie.
Obviously.
That movie feels like a massive backdoor pilot for so many
Interesting.
different things. And because I remember this was like in the midst of like my early days as a journalist, and I was covering it, and I'm like, this makes no fucking sense. Like we're now gonna set up Sinister Six, and we're gonna set up a Black Cat movie and a Venom movie, and we're gonna set up Spider-Man 3 and 4. I'm like, y'all, I just want, because I love the Amazing Spider-Man 1 with a massive passion. So for me, I'm kind of like, can we just like go back to like simple, like he fights one villain, it's very philosophical, whatever. Because again, like I love myself some lizards. So, but again, in this one, they're like, well, let's put them all in. Let's do them all.
Yeah. It's like throwing a fucking, I don't know, everything in a blender. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you got this rock? Let's throw it in a blender. Hell yeah. That's super interesting. I agree with everything you said, but
no,
I disagree.
But no, I think Care and I are in agreement that we enjoy Amazing Spider-Man 2 more than Far From Home.
We are, yeah.
Well, let's discuss it. Like, so what is it about that movie that says out more to you than Far From Home?
For me, it's the visuals and the costume design for sure.
Yeah, for me, it's the visuals, the costume design, and acting.
I mean, Paul Giamatti.
Also, Electro's theme.
Paul Giamatti as Rhino is.
It's Paul Giamatti. What do you mean?
I mean, I love Paul Giamatti, but like that horrible Russian accent, though, y'all. It was I could have lived without it. I could have lived without Rhino.
No, he's a cornball, but like it's Spider-Man. You gotta have one cornball. Like in Spider-Man 2, it's fucking Joe's Pizza, Mr. Aziz. All right, in Far From Home, the biggest cornball is William, the guy who didn't build Tony Stark's shit with a box of scraps. All right, those are the two cornballs. All right.
All right.
Or Ned. You could call Ned it. I don't know. So there's always one. It's
gotta be one.
I do love Electro though, and I mean, even despite the weird blue skin or whatever, I did really enjoy his Electro. I just kind of wish we didn't have Goblin. I just wish we didn't have Rhino, because again, also because I feel we just lost Gwen Stacy way too early. But I'm like, well, Emma Stone really wants to do the storyline, so I get that's the thing. I never understood what her obsession was with the night Gwen Stacy died. Like she was like,
was she obsessed with it? Really?
Like, bruh, she was talking about it in so many interviews, and I'm just like I never heard a cast member be so excited to see Drew Carey get killed up. But woohoo, I guess.
I mean, I think she was just. I don't know. Maybe it's cool character work. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But I mean, let's be honest. We're talking about Academy Award winner Emma Stone. So whatever she says.
Well,
I agree with.
Back then she wasn't Academy Award winning.
She is now. So 10 years is a different story.
Okay. So all right.
I didn't have 20/20 vision then. All right. But what is the thing that makes Far From Home though better than Amazing Spider-Man 2 to you? Like what's like the one thing that puts it over?
It's that I like seeing him internationally, kind of seeing how he deals in the rest of the world, because I think at that point I was kind of New York out from the MCU because there was so like everything was happening in New York in the MCU. Like it's like at this point I'm almost certain that I was born in New York somehow, even though I wasn't. So it was just a thing. Like I like the idea that because what I love about that trilogy in general is the fact that it was very focused on high school, focused on a young Peter Parker. So we were able to again like see him go, like just the idea of him going on a school trip. I'm like, that is kind of dope, and I kind of want to like it's cool to see like how the culture around him outside of America responds.
Yeah, fair enough. But I feel like that's the thing though. Like all the stuff you're saying is like the stuff I liked. So it's like, yeah, I like the whole like class dynamic part of it. I love the whole like I don't know, I love like the quirky like high school kind of like bickering and like, that whole thing. That's why I like the, parts of Homecoming, I think I don't know, I felt like a lot of the movie just kind of washed over me over a certain point, which I guess you could say about The Amazing Spider-Man 2, but I felt like there at least felt like there was some kind of push and like a vision, like I felt like, I don't know, I like John Watts, but I felt like that movie, they like you could have kind of had anybody make it, I guess is my main thing.
Probably not the guy who made Spider-Man Lotus, so
not everybody.
That's what I said. Like, probably not the guy who made Spider-Man Lotus. That, so I would not have like MCU trilogy whatsoever.
But that might be the best Spider-Man. Who knows? The best Spider-Man 2. You get a sequel to Lotus. You know what I'm saying? You get
a
racist Spider.
Let's not count Lotus out just yet.
That's what I'm saying. We need to see racist Spider-Man in his prime. All right, get that red. Go to work. You know what I mean?
I cannot believe
that communism.
I cannot believe that Julian convinced me. Like it was super late, and he was like, "Dad, watch it with me," and I'm like, fine. And it was 2 hours. That was like, it was agonizing, but like he was living for it, and I was like, do I just not understand this generation anymore? Like, what is happening? So by the time we go to 2 hour mark, I'm like, oh, thank God it's over. He's like, no, fam, we gotta see if there's a post credit scene. I'm like, fuck you, there isn't.
Damn.
I thought you were focused on that movie. Like you forced me to watch it.
Wait, you guys saw it in person?
No. We Discorded it.
Oh, okay, all right.
Nah,
but you watched the whole thing, really?
I did it because I love him. I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
You had to.
Oh.
Like he asked very nicely. I'm like, oh, fuck, fine, I'll watch it with him.
I'll tell you, I tried doing that, and I couldn't watch the whole thing. I watched
the most replayed moment of the movie is skipping to the credits.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's awesome. That's hilarious. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. But this is what I'm saying. Like, Spider-Man movie can't be made by anybody. By the way, oh my God, I fucked up. Hey, Andy, welcome to the podcast. I didn't even introduce you. I'm sorry.
I was never here. I'm just a figment of your imagination.
Hell yeah. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Andy. Andy Behbakht. I'm an entertainment journalist for Screen Rant. I run a website called Multiverse of Color, which was yours truly, Mr. Julian Bell, designed the logo for. And I also host a show called The Showrunner Whisperer on Multiverse of Color, which is all about highlighting Hollywood showrunners.
Hell yeah. That's sick.
I'm a loud nerd as fuck. So there you have it.
Yeah, I think I first knew who you were when you were doing the Flash podcast. That was a while ago, right?
Yeah, I mean,
no,
it's not technically. We haven't ended it, but we're just on a very extensive hiatus because the show is over. So, but two,
the show's done.
Yeah, but two is like, I will still use the Flash podcast to talk about DC stuff. But all right, now we haven't recorded since December because I've been so focused on the showrunner. So, but yeah, no, that's usually where a lot of people got to know me, like I guess in the nerd sphere, so to say.
Mm-hmm. And how's the showrunner podcast going?
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. I'd say it's still finding its like its footing and so on. I think but I've had the pleasure of interviewing a lot of great showrunners and get their stories about how they got to where they are and kind of like the challenge they had to deal with like in their first year as a showrunner, and some cool behind the scenes stories that we haven't heard of before. And I'd actually started working on it back in it was August 2022, because I had been like told in advance that hey, season 9 of the Flash is set. So I had to start thinking like, well, I don't really want to stop podcasting. That's because of my own big ego, because like I love to talk. So sure. I'm just gonna put it out there right now. So, but like I wanted to do something different that wasn't just like another nerd or just like a specific like one show podcast. And because I'd done a lot of interviews with showrunners throughout the pandemic, I was kind of like this. So we spent over almost like 2 years in development, partly because the strike kind of fucked a lot of things up. So I was like, okay, none of these people are available because of course they're on the picket line and fighting for their rights, which of course as they should. But it was it's giving a lot of fulfillment, and it's something different and new in podcasting, because I kind of like being challenged.
Oh, that's sick. So most of it is you're talking to showrunners from. Is it mainly like superhero shows, or is it mostly like in general kind of dramas?
Every show, right now, a lot of people who have like responded have been people who are from comic book shows or whatever, but like there are definitely a mixture of shows. So there, but the bigger the show gets, the hopefully we will have more opportunities to chat with more people, because but also I'm kind of also paying back to. Because again, I mean, people got to know me through the superhero genre, and like I wouldn't have the following that I have if it wasn't for the fans in the superhero community. So I'm like, I'm more than happy to give them as many interviews with showrunners from comic book shows as I can. Because again, it's they still have impactful stories to tell and about how they got to where they are. So I mean, again, I would have guessed in 100 years when I spoke to the Gotham Knights showrunners. They were like, oh, like we were eyeing Kevin Conroy to play live action Batman, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
Wow, okay, that's bold given the show that it is, but
no, the show I love Gotham Knights. Like the trailer did not make it any favors. Like even Julian, like when he like watched snippets of it, he's kind of like, okay, it's not that bad actually.
Nah, it's really interesting.
Yes, I agree. No,
I don't believe you.
I don't, sorry, I really don't. I don't like that show. Look, if you like it, I'm not gonna argue with that. I just genuinely don't. I've genuinely tried, because I was like, oh, they're bringing in Talon. Oh, they're bringing in Two-Face. I don't care, man. Now, it's a Gotham Knights I would like to see.
But they got blimps in Gotham.
That's all you need. That's all you need to make sure Gotham.
That's all I needed.
That's all you needed. Okay, for sure. Yeah. Gotham, the show, for 5 years never did a blimp. So you're right. Yeah, we gotta add that. I just like Gotham Knights. Hey, your roster is, look, you got Red Robin, you got Nightwing, you got Oracle, you got Red Hood. That's kind of it. Am I missing someone? I actually don't know. I think that's right. But I'm like, in my head, I'm like, that's Gotham Knights. I don't care about, Bruce Wayne's bastard son and, Dent and anyways, I don't want to go into that. You just made sure not to say anything the whole time I spoke.
I want to let you finish your thoughts.
Oh my god. Well, those are my thoughts. I'm not a huge fan. And I have nothing against people who make things that I don't like. I just don't like it. That's it.
I feel that.
I thought there was going to be more argument towards my thoughts on Gotham Knights.
No, I mean the show is over. The show is the show is got canceled. Like
that is true.
It's been over a year. Like it's like it would have been one thing if the show was still on,
Oh, yeah.
Then like, you were talking about this week's episode, and you're like, it's trash. I'm like, why do you think it's trash? And like let's discuss it. So but now the show the show is said and done.
Okay, fair enough.
So but I mean, if you want me to get argumentative, I will. I can.
No,
Let's
we
argue.
we don't have to. I was just saying. Dude, I posted a TikTok like last year on, or was it last year? I don't remember. But of Julian and I talking about Gotham Knights, and you replied, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go off. We talk about Gotham Knights. so part of me was like, oh shit. Oh.
Did I really say I'm gonna go off?
Something. I can look it up real quick. What did you say? Wait, hold up. Let me see. You said I have thoughts. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds more like me. There you go.
You know what? That's accurate though. And look, you shared thought.
Yeah, I just found it. I just found the TikTok. It says, you all need to have me on this pod at some point. I have thoughts.
And that's before we even started the podcast. That's the funniest thing. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Speaking of news that also happened recently, the Silk series for Spider-Man, speaking of Spider-Man, is no longer going forward at Amazon, is reported. Do you guys care about? Do you care about Silk? I actually don't know.
I was excited for the show. I thought she sounds like a cool character from what I've seen in the very few comics that I read of her.
Well, I think it's also because she's one of the very few Asian spider people in general.
I was excited for like Amazon doing another IP because lately they've just been killing it. With what they've been doing.
They're doing a Spider-Man Noir, aren't they?
With Nick Cage.
With Nick Cage, dude.
Start working on that trailer, Julian.
Nah, effort.
Julian wrote that trailer.
Nah, effort. Wow.
Nah, effort. He's too busy working on that Flash video. What do you mean? That's what it is.
What is he not working on? He's working on like 10 different projects every once in a while.
I work on whatever I'm less bored by.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Oh, here, what you and I should settle for him right now. Okay.
What's up?
What?
Julian, I've always meant this with love. Does this kid not have ADHD the way that he is like so distracted by everything? Because like when I work with him, I'm like, listen, I love working with him, but like I could think of a couple of keys in front of him, and he would just be eating it all up.
I mean, I feel like I do that though too. If I'm being honest, but not like Julian. I think the podcast is the only time that I actually have nothing in front of me other than whatever recording thing. I think it's the only time I like don't look at anything else. So, but other than that, I'm exactly like Julian, where I am easily distracted and all that stuff. He might, but maybe that means I do too. I don't know. I never. But
there's nothing wrong with it. I have ADHD. The thing is that he won't admit it. I keep telling him like, Julian, I think you do got something.
But you gotta get that diagnosed, don't you? Can't just tell people you got ADHD and not like have a confirmation. You need a bill,
I try to take him to the doctor, but he wouldn't go.
He needs them receipts.
Yeah, that's what they call them, receipts. Yeah. What do you feel? How do you feel about this, Julian? How do you feel about being accused of having something?
I'm fine with it.
All right. Okay. Sick. Anyways, but I think during this, Julian is also working on a VFX shot as we speak. So.
I bet he's doing something like he doesn't. Okay, that's the thing. Here's the time when he has ADHD. He doesn't sit still with his hands. I know he's doing something.
Yeah, I do that though too. You don't see it, but I'm like twirling a rubber band right now.
Dude, I got rubber band too. Oh my god.
Hell twins. Yeah, let's go.
My god. So Silk.
Yeah, Silk. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about Silk. Wait, what the fuck? Silk wasn't in the MCU. What the fuck?
No, she was. She was.
Oh, I guess
MCU? When?
She was one of. Homecoming.
Wait, where Cindy was who? Cindy was in
She's
the
one of
movies?
She's one of Peter's classmates.
That's dumb.
But what do you mean it's dumb? Like, let him have classmates.
Wait, but they call her by name, Cindy? Are people supposed to know this?
I doubt
This
it.
this has been out for like quite a while. She was in Homecoming, Infinity War.
Oh, okay. Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't realize that they had her in other things. I don't remember Silk being in the MCU. That's confusing. Her fictional biography, according to Wikipedia. Oh, I'm dumb. Moments after biting Parker, the spider also bites Cindy Moon. Oh, okay, you're right. Her origin's exactly the same. Never mind. So maybe in the MCU, Cindy's also Silk.
I mean, they could now. I mean, if they're
Yes.
they're chopping the show around to different platforms. Like do it a Disney Plus show.
I mean, but it's not MCU related, right? It's its own thing.
It could be.
Has to be its own thing.
I really hope it isn't.
Why?
For the benefit of the show. That's what I'm thinking. But honestly, though, I think the only reason why they canned it was because of Madam Web. They're like, oh, people don't like women, and I'm like, that's not. I think you took the wrong thing out of this. People just don't like half-ass stories. If your actresses are saying they fucking hate this movie, it sucks. All right. If the director is saying this is not the best movie, you know what I mean? Like, you have talented people on this. Like, something fucked up in the process. That has nothing to do with having, female superheroes at all.
Well, here's where it's like goes really wrong for Silk. Because so I'm gonna read this part from Deadline, and you all can just hear how fucked up this is.
Okay.
Since then, Silk, whose green light was script dependent, has gone through at least 3 versions. I hear. One of them involved a request for Kang, and get ready for this. This is the stupidest reason. One of them involved a request for Kang, the showrunner, and her writing team to reconfigure the show so it's not hanging so heavily on the central character of Silk, I hear. The show is called fucking Silk, and you don't want to focus on Silk?
What the fuck?
That's funny.
This is a real, like, Batman Flash situation.
I
You
don't
do
know.
enough rewrites. George Clooney's in there. Fucking, Ben Affleck's in there, and Michael Keaton's in there. But what did they expect, though? Like, did they expect? Why would you try to sell a thing when you're not even confident in your own? I don't know what an exec expects out of that. That's really confusing.
They're definitely not smart.
Yeah. You know what's the funniest thing about this, though, is fucking Simu Liu. This fucking meme. Did a whole post of like, oh man, it sucks that Silk didn't get adapted and all that stuff. And I'm like, dude, you're literally just saying this because she's East Asian. You don't give a fuck about Silk, you fucking dweeb. Like, I know you don't care about this, all right? And it's fine. You don't have to. Why do you feel an obligation to be like, ooh, like this matters just on the fact that it's East Asian? I feel like that's kind of pointless.
Did he really say that? That's funny.
He did. He made a tweet. I'm like, for like, who is this for? Like, it's like I'm not saying like I'm a big like Silk fan, but I think the character is cool. But that's whatever. It's not like I'm like heartbroken that it's not being made, because it's there's so many other characters, and you constantly hear about shows being canned.
I think it just sucks very much that it's the fact that, again, it is another female party getting scrapped, supposedly because they were like, yeah, we're trying to write out Silk on her own show, and it's like, the reason they even went for, I mean, think about it. This week we get Spider-Man Noir greenlit. 2 days later they cancel Silk, and it's like they went with the male skewing show,
Right.
and that is a problem.
Wow, I think the annoying thing is they didn't cast Silk, right? They didn't
I don't
cast.
think they did.
I have no idea where they were.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they were like looking at anyone, but like, apparently they just been writing.
Yeah, I don't know how the the pitching stage goes, because it's not like I know shit about that. But I imagine if you have a an actress in mind or something, or like maybe you pick an unknown actress or something, that's probably much easier to pitch, I imagine. Because I mean, if you pitch like, hey, we're gonna do a Spider-Man show, but it's gonna have fucking Nick Cage brooding, you know, that sounds awesome. I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? there is this level. I think it's slowly changing, but I think there's also this level of things that are more POC related. I feel like execs are looking for certain kinds of stories or like certain elements of it to include in order for it to be made. Does that make sense? Like things that maybe don't necessarily add to the character, but it's like, oh, like this should be like more Korean or whatever it is. Like, I feel like that's a big thing too.
I definitely see that.
No. Anyways, I hope a Silk series comes out soon because hey, I love Spider-Verse stuff, and if we're gonna get a shitty Kraven the Hunter movie, it'd be nice to wash it down with a good Amazon Prime Silk show.
Yes,
I think Kraven looks fun.
I don't.
I mean, I'm not expecting to be like, you know, Oppenheimer type of quality, but I'm just like, listen, like I like some of these Spider-Man characters. I kind of want to see what they fuck around with.
I'm expecting Oppenheimer.
I'm expecting Oppenheimer too.
Yeah. Actually, let me flip it. I'm expecting Barbie. All right.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm trying to see a dance number real quick.
Kraven dancing.
Yeah. Or it's just like, you know, you just have Spider-Man come in at the end. He's like, I'm just Pete. That's my ideal. Do you guys have you guys been following the whole like beef shit that's been happening with two rappers who are very unknown?
Very unknown.
We're talking about SoundCloud rappers.
SoundCloud? There's something wrong with SoundCloud.
If you don't know, but with Drake and Kendrick.
Very unknown Drake.
Very unknown people. Dude, all I've been hearing, like, anytime I go outside, is just trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor, and that's all I've been hearing. And it's funny as fuck.
Someone did a was it AI cover of the regular show singing that song?
No, they didn't. Wait,
dude, it goes hard.
Wait, can you send that to me? I need to see that. You know, I love the regular show. Do you keep up with it at all, Andy? Or
no,
I think he does.
I do not.
That's fine. Again, maybe it's a generation thing. I don't know, but it's been very moving, shall I say, among the culture, and it's been funny as fuck. We don't need to talk about this anymore, but it's just all the different ways that you could call Drake like a pedophile, an absent person, just like a fucked person in general and stuff. And obviously I'm very biased because I'm from the West, so Kendrick. But yeah, obviously, yeah. So, anyways, that's what's been happening. We don't have to talk about this anymore.
I just love the beef because I was like, I didn't know about it until like half a week ago or a week ago.
Oh, okay.
So then I caught up real quick. I'm like, I love this fucking petty beef that they have.
You caught up on the lore, yeah.
I caught up on the lore, and it's like,
It's like a decade in the making, dude.
Why are they fighting, though? What are they fighting about?
It's like a whole thing. Like Kendrick doesn't really... Well, I mean, Kendrick doesn't fuck with him like that. And I also know, like, Drake. I'm not a big Drake fan. I think, like, a lot of people I used to be, and then but I think it's just of the time, too. It's like, if you didn't listen to Drake, like if you didn't go outside, you know what I mean? You couldn't go outside without listening to Drake. But there's a lot of different things that have come up about him, and Kendrick mentions like a lot of stuff about, I mean, he has a whole thing where he's like, I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate
imagine singing that in a diss track.
Yeah, he
imagine getting a diss track that just has those words about you.
Yeah.
I would fumble. Dude. I would walk away.
Dude, yeah. And like Kendrick goes like in on him. So it's like,
everyone says it's the best thing that he's done.
What, Kendrick?
Yeah. It's just saying this is the best diss track that's ever been made.
Oh my
Imagine
god.
that's about you.
Oh my god. That's hilarious though. Is there anything you wanted to bring up, Andy?
What did happen this week?
Fuck, I know.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be this week. Just if you have thoughts on anything.
How about that amazing fan edit by Mr. Julian Bell of Superman?
Oh yeah.
Wait, what? Wait, what are you asking?
How about that fan edit that he did? David Corn Sweat says Superman.
Oh,
The one I did with crypto.
the one with crypto. Oh yeah.
Then
It was good. It was good.
I liked that. I had fun making it.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. The moment crypto shows up, I'm going ape shit.
Same here.
That's my boy. That's Crypto the super dog.
I swear,
you know?
if Crypto shows up in this movie, it's going to be the best Superman movie of all time. Because dog.
Mm-hmm. Just like the idea of a dog shooting laser eyes is awesome.
Like, how is that not appealing?
I don't know.
I mean, you all know he's in this. He's in the movie. You all know that, right?
Has it been officially confirmed? I think James Gunn just keeps skirting around that.
Well, I feel like on IMDb there was like there was something about like someone is like doing motion capture for him or something.
I think it's confirmed at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. A CGI dog sounds crazy though.
I mean, Scooby-Doo works.
I mean,
That's Scooby-Doo's peak.
yeah, but Scooby-Doo is Scooby-Doo, you know.
Yeah.
You know. You can't
He's an A-lister.
He is. He's an A-lister, all right? He makes the work, all right? He doesn't take the work. Crypto, though, is like, I mean, if he's not physically looking like a dog, that's insane, you know?
Well, I mean, the Titans did it pretty well.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Isn't that where you got Crypto from? Julian, like, what dog did you use?
Yeah, what random dog?
Pretty sure it's the Titans dog, because I didn't feel bothered to do a whole cape edit.
Oh, yeah.
I just looked up the Titans dog.
Hell yeah.
Does the Titans dog ever wear a cape, or did they just do that for the one photo?
I think it was just for the one photo. Yeah, because he doesn't wear an outfit.
Was there actually a photo of him in the cape?
Yeah.
Oh, now I gotta look this up.
I also found out the dog did a meet and greet at some sort of Comic-Con.
He did.
dog?
Oh my God. Yeah, I know he did. He literally did. It was the cutest thing ever.
That's awesome. They need to have just dogs out. Just at cons. That'd be
Dude,
fun.
Scooby-Doo meet and greet when?
What, the CGI Scooby-Doo or an actual, or like a
Just
actual dog?
Either.
You'll take either?
Yeah, I'll take either.
Oh shit!
Is it at the end of the second one where he's got that fro and everything?
Yes.
Oh shit! He did have a cape. How have I
Yeah.
never seen this picture before? Damn, Julian. Like I didn't know you.
Thanks.
I didn't know you knew how to do research.
It's a wild concept, I know.
I know.
Oh wow. Wow, yeah. Hey, again, one of the other things that Titans kind of did but didn't.
Supergirl has a release date.
Oh really? Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When's Supergirl coming out?
June 26th, 2026.
And the
Wow.
director's the same guy who did Cruella with Emma Stone.
Oh, that's
And,
awesome.
Enola Holmes. No, not Enola Holmes. I, Tonya, sorry.
I, Tonya is
Oh.
a great movie.
I
I'm
love
hyped.
I, Tonya.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, this is gonna be a killer movie. I haven't seen House of the Dragon, so I don't know much about Misha. What's her name?
Malia Alcock.
Yeah, I was about to say Misha Collins, but
Now that would be a very different. I mean, he's very,
Yeah.
very pretty, but he would be a very, very different Supergirl.
yeah, Supernatural. That's what I'm thinking of.
I think he killed the role, honestly.
He was amazing as Harvey Dent.
Dude, he'd kill it as Supergirl. Are you kidding me?
He would be so pretty.
It's inspired casting.
Inspired casting. Dude, I never seen that. We get look, that's what I'm saying, right? We get Misha Collins as Supergirl, and then we get Charlize Theron as Batman. That's what it is. We've done it.
That is such a.
Yes.
I've done it. I'm dead serious on the second one though. I think she would kill it.
She could be Batwoman.
I mean, yeah, as Batwoman, yeah, because you know.
Because
but-
what? I'm fucking with you.
Because she's a woman.
MCU, as they say it.
MCU. Dude, everybody who says MCU needs to...
Yeah, they need to go like...
Needs to touch grass.
They need to go get themselves committed.
There's not that many, like, female movies. What do you mean? Like, there's
just the two movie franchises.
Yeah. The most that they did was like that one scene, that like 2-second, like that girls get it done shot from Endgame, and that's the most. And like the Marvels came out, but it's like Marvels is actually really fun. I love
the Marvels.
Yeah, I liked it way more than Captain Marvel. I like Monica Rambeau and Miss Marvel. I love Miss Marvel. She's awesome.
Oh, she's the best. She's queen. We need to sign her.
Yeah, she's so sweet.
But yeah, Julian won't watch the show.
You haven't seen Miss Marvel, Julian?
Seen first episode.
I think that's where.
That's me with everything.
You know what though? I think that's when it's at its peak though. Yeah, I think the first 2 episodes are the best of the show.
He won't watch anything I want to watch. Like you know what he meant. Like he converted me into watching Pennyworth.
He converted you.
So this was let me so I will tell you all like our little origin story. So somehow Julian found me, and it was like, haha, you're cool, whatever. And then I was like, haha, you're cool, whatever. And then we became Discord friends.
We're so cool.
Yeah, we're so dope. And I remember I had reached out to you. I'm like, hey, I'm doing this new website called Multiverse of Color. I really want to, like, I think you could create something really special based on what I've seen from you. And, so we fuck around on Discord, whatever, and so on. And then we're talking about just like shows we like. And he brings up Pennyworth. I'm like, Pennyworth just seems like a weird thing for me. He's kind of like, no, Andy, it's the dope, but it's the coolest. Like, you got to watch it. It's top quality. And I'm like, if you watch it with me, okay, fine, I will give it a shot. So he puts on the first episode. I'm like, fuck, I was wrong. And then I'm like, hey, Julian, do you have to go to work tomorrow? He's like, yeah, but I can watch another one if you need me to. So we watch another one. Oh my god,
that's awesome.
And then we finished season 1, and then have yet to watch season 2, mainly because of me. Every time Andy brings it up, I'm like,
No, but also, your computer wasn't able to whenever I asked, but now you can. So like, hopefully, maybe this weekend or something.
Dude, soon, yes.
Pennyworth is surprisingly good.
I think it gets wild towards like the last season.
Oh, it does. Season 3 doesn't make sense, and I mean that in the sweetest way that I can. That shit is crazy. All right. I don't want to say anything.
yeah, because I actually don't want to be spoiled. Like, I'm actually like trying to like avoid spoilers. Because
that's when they changed the title for HBO Max. They changed it to
The Secret Order of Batman's Butler.
Yeah.
Honestly. I'm like, who the fuck thought this was a good name? Like, Pennyworth was good enough.
Dude, I would love a May and the Secrets of Spider-Man's aunt. Like,
well, in the comics,
it's just my cousin Vinny though. So
in the comics, Peter's parents were actually SHIELD agents. So, so that could actually be something cool.
It's kind of crazy though you say that, because in my head I was like, hey, if they're gonna bring Andrew Garfield into the MCU, I mean, this is before Spider-Man was in, but in my head I was like, if they're gonna bring him in, just say that his dad worked for SHIELD.
That would be a good way.
Yeah, and then they didn't.
But that would require Kevin Feige to be smart.
Yeah,
he's a smart cookie.
He is. Look, he gets a gold star. All right.
He gets a thumbs up.
He gets a thumbs up, man. He gets
Kevin Feige does a lot of good shit. He does a lot of good shit, but like, there's times I'm like, dude, the answer is right in front of you, Kevin.
But I think part of that is he sometimes he looks at it as a creator, and I think other times he looks at it as a producer. Because by the end he's a producer. He's an executive producer. And I think the only reason why like the first 3 phases worked is because he was building up to something. And much like comics, I feel like it's like once you get to a point where it's like oversaturated with so much, it's like trying to figure out a way to keep it going while not messing with the stuff you already established. in comics have a trouble doing that. Anime and manga does it pretty well. Comics though struggle a fuck ton, you know. So I think for him it was just, I think at some point it's like, I think the plan kind of passed it a little bit, and I think they probably had to change a lot over the years. So, because I mean, Kevin Feige worked on the older Marvel movies too. Like he worked on everything. Like he worked on X-Men and Spider-Man and all that. So
he did a Fantastic Four, right?
He did.
Did you do Fan4stic?
These are all very good questions.
Julian, stop asking. Like that's not even. You know he didn't work on it.
Hey, Julian, it's fantastic.
My bad.
I thought you were gonna say that again.
Oh, my bad. Say that again.
It's fantastic. He's like, yes, it is.
I lost a fucking bet having to watch that movie, and I'm like,
how the fuck did you lose a bet? I feel like that's how you win a bet. Are you kidding me?
Exactly. To speak.
I think Doctor Doom gonna show up green in this shit. It's like,
no. So we me and my best friend. Oh God, I cannot believe this. So we had a bet about something like in our real lives, and you know, I'm not gonna say what we bet it on because it's like really. It's like really dumb, but like this is what, like we were in our 20s, okay? So essentially what happened was that if I lost, I had to watch Fan4stic, and if he watched, he would have to watch all, like at least one full season of Smallville, because like we've been.
And you lost.
I lost, and I'm you know, again I am total L, and I lost, so I watched this shitty movie, and I'm in distraught. I'm like, this is horseshit. Why? Like, what did I agree to? And I'm like, I beg you, please don't make me do that. He's like, bitch, you lost. Now you're gonna suffer the way I suffered. And my God, it is like it's 2 hours I will never get back.
So the two options was, one was peak and the other one was shit.
because he hates Smallville. He doesn't love Smallville at all. He thinks it's the stupidest shit he's ever seen.
Oh my God.
And he's bullied me as like we've been best friends for over 20 years. So like you know, he knows that I'm obsessed with the show, and he always makes fun of me out of it. He's just like, you know, you and Tom Wellington, and I'm like, just because you don't have taste, he's like, I ain't gay, so you know, I have taste for women. So, but essentially, it was horrible, and I cried after seeing that shitty movie, and I'm like, who at Fox thought this was a good idea?
I mean, that's Julian's favorite movie. What do you mean?
It's peak. What are you talking about?
Yeah, dude.
I loved it when they were about to name themselves, and then it cuts to the credits.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Go fuck yourself.
You know what's my favorite scene is, like, you know, when he looks at his fucking clipboard or whatever, and he's like, hey, wait a minute, why the fuck is Victor Von Doom on this project?
Oh my God, remember like when he was supposed to have like this like weird last name?
Yeah, it was like Victor, like I don't know, I think it was some Russian name that he was supposed to have,
and everyone got like super mad,
and then they said Victor Von Doom, and I was like, wait a minute.
Because they changed it in post, like, because people got so mad.
I mean, obviously, but yeah, I remember watching that and I was like, wait a minute, that fucking doesn't make sense.
So you love that movie, Julian?
Yeah, it's peak.
I don't know when he's being sarcastic, when he's just kind of like, I'm just gonna say shits and giggles.
I think he's dead serious. I think
Why wouldn't that be?
Yeah, he's been dead serious since the day he was born. If you wanted to do another bet, I mean, you could do the whole Smallville Fan4stic, but you could also do Superman and Fantastic Four, because they're both neck and neck next summer. So you could do another bet.
I'm excited. I'm excited. We don't talk about. We're just not gonna talk about it. It's one of those things where I'm like, he has sworn that he's not gonna tell anyone publicly, and I'm like, okay,
that's fine. Yeah. No, you don't have to tell me. I was just saying if you wanted to do another bet, you have the same thing. The only difference is,
I mean, he not we're 30 now, so like we're not gonna do those type of bets anymore. So
okay. All right.
But I am excited for the new Fantastic Four movie. Like they're getting some dope actors.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. They casted a bunch of sick people. Fucking wait, let me see. I can't find the list. It's okay. But they casted Natasha Lyonne, I think.
Oh my god! If they waste her, if they waste her, I'll be so pissed because she's amazing.
Yeah. Have you seen Poker Face?
I have not, but I've seen bits of her on Orange is the New Black, and I am like, I love her.
I don't think I've seen Orange is the New Black, but I don't remember her in that. But yeah, Fantastic Four I am excited for. It is one of my favorites.
Are you a big Fantastic Four fan, Julian?
He's a big Fan4stic fan. Doesn't mean
I'm a big
Fantastic
Fan4stic fan, of course.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if they had actually put that film in the same universe as the X-Men?
I think they were gonna do that. I think that was the plan.
The whole Deadpool 2 original idea of having this cast come by for like a cameo, and like what who was he? Tim Miller, was that the director?
No, Josh Trank was the director for Fan4stic.
No, of Deadpool, the first one.
Oh, Tim Miller, yeah.
Yeah, he showed like designs of his version of the Thing, and it looked really cool. And like John, he kind of kept the same costume designs, but made it like more individual. Like Human Torch had like a red suit instead of like the black suit.
Okay.
So yeah,
that's sick. Anyways, Fantastic Four, that's what's up.
Next summer.
Let's go.
Well, guys, thank you for listening to this episode of the podcast. I'd like to thank our special guest, Andy. I still don't know how to say your last name, dude. I'm sorry.
Neither do I. I'm not that special, sadly.
Okay. Is there anything you want to plug or anything?
What do I want to plug?
Showrunner Whisper.
Yeah.
That the main one? Yeah. Fair enough.
I am such a stupid fuck. Yes, Showrunner Whisper releases new episodes bi-weekly on showrunnerwhisper.com. We have lots of amazing episodes coming up. All the amazing graphics are done by Julian, who works super hard. I love him to death. Love watching him work. It's one of my favorite things to do at like 11 o'clock in the night when he gets home. Yeah, we have next week we have an episode. When is this episode dropping?
Tuesday.
So on Wednesday, you'll get to hear my interview with Jake White, who is the showrunner of My Adventure with Superman, which returns next Saturday on Adult Swim. Warner Bros. Did not pay me to say that.
Oh, I'm really excited for that. Oh my god, we didn't talk about My Adventures with Superman enough. What the fuck?
I can't talk about it. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well,
He won't spill the tea. It's okay. We'll just make up a fake rumor and say Andy said it.
We will.
Batman's gonna be in it.
I heard
the hell you will.
I heard Danny DeVito makes a guest experience thing as Mr. Mixed-Spitalick. That's what I heard.
Yes, sir.
You didn't hear it from me, guys.
You didn't hear it from me. We heard it from Andy. In fact.
We heard it from Andy. Right? Don't worry about it.
Because Warner Bros. Is not gonna fucking kill me at all.
God. Anyways, check that shit out. And of course, thank you to my amazing co-host Julian for joining.
Yes. Thank you.
I missed you last time. It was crazy. Just
I missed you.
Me and Eduardo just like talking shit about Thunderbolts and X-Men. That's all we did.
Real.
Yeah. But it's sick. Anyways, guys, if you want to check out the Patreon, you get early access to all the podcast episodes, and we show up bi-weekly. You can follow Julian at the Julian Bell. You can follow me at KR Presents, and you can follow Andy at Andy
Behbakht.
Yes, you got it. I mean, I'll have it all in descriptions and all that stuff. And also, we have polls up, so if you guys want to respond or anything, we also will read off some Q&As if you guys have any. And yeah, at some point we're gonna get a new name. So you know,
what? A new name?
Stay in tune for that. Anyways, This is
Like and
nostalgia.
subscribe.
This is the Nostalgia Bait podcast. My name is Kara Presents.
And I'm Julian.
I'm the loud homo Andy. What's up?
And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.